What's up, YouTube? I am Crazy Blue, and thank you to everyone that has been supporting my channel. It really means a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already seen by the title, today I will be sharing my top 10 favorite Love Island girls from season 1 to season 7. So, if this is something you're interested in, or if this is something you like, subscribe to my channel. I am going to be sharing a lot more videos that are very similar to this one. Without further ado, let's get started. The way I will be ranking these girls are based off their Love Island season or a Love Island spin-off like Love Island Games and Beyond the Villa. Everything that they do in other shows or, on social media, I don't really keep up with that. So I'm just going to keep it Love Island related, and that's the way I am going to be ranking my favorite girls. I have 3 honorable mentions that almost made it to my top 10 favorite Love Island girls, and they are Amaya Papaya, Alandria season 7, and Andrea from season 6. Alandria from season 7, I really liked her. In my opinion, I thought she was the most beautiful girl from her cast. She was very classy. She was just everything. Like, I am so happy she has a lot of brand deals now. She is a model and she looks good. She is doing what she needs to be done. Like, she is good for Alandria. I'm so happy for her. I just wish she was a little bit more herself on her season, because I feel like a lot of the cast members on her season, they were trying so hard to be kind of like perfect, and I feel like she held back a lot. Like, if she was a little bit more outspoken, the way she was on the Stand on Business challenge, on the reunion, I feel like she would have been a lot more liked. Not that she's not liked, because she's one of my favorites from her season, but I feel like she should have been a little bit more herself, a little bit more authentically herself, instead of trying to be so PC. And then we have Andrea from Love Island season 6. A lot of people did not like her on Love Island season 6. In fact, she was voted to leave, and unpopular opinion, well, we'll get to that maybe in another video, but Andrea, she was just not like, she was kind of cunty, and she came for Leah's man, who was Rob at the time, and I don't know, I feel like a lot of the reasons why we don't like Andrea was mainly because Rob didn't choose Leah, which was one of my reasons, because I was like, girl, Rob, how are you going to do my girl Leah like that? Like, I just didn't like the way Rob was moving, and yeah, but. Then we get to Love Island Games, and Andrea, she was kind of like an underdog. She was a great competitor. She was a strong competitor. She was one of the strongest girls on Love Island Games, and she was paired up with Josh from season 3, and they were both very, in my opinion, I thought they were very likable, and they got something cute going on. Like, they had like a little crush on each other. They were partnered up together, and I really liked her on Love Island Games. I feel like that's where she redeemed herself for me, and then I started liking her. But because of her season on Love Island season 6, I'm just, she's not going to be on my top 10 favorites. And then we got Amaya Papaya, the winner from Love Island season 7. All right, so Amaya Papaya from Love Island season 7 she was very liked in her season. Like, at first, everybody, we were kind of trying to figure her out. But then I feel like when we found out that she was one of the only few Islanders from her season that were actually there to find love and were genuinely there being themselves, I feel like that's when we started to really, really like her. And then on the Stand on Business challenge, that's when Amaya Papaya won America. Like, she was very, very liked. And when she would run around and she did the zoomies, like, she was funny. That girl was funny. And on the Stand on Business challenge, I was kind of sad that the only person that kind of had her back was Brian. Yeah, he spoke up and Ace kind of chilled out on her. But on the Stand on Business challenge, I was kind of sad that nobody had her back. But, she was standing on business with them, And Austin was trying to make it seem like, oh, you do too much, like, you react, like, that's why I didn't want to tell you this to your face, and I was telling the other guys this because of your reaction. Look how you're acting right now. I lived when she said, What do you mean? You're the one with the veins popping out of your neck right now. I was like, yes, Amaya, yes. And if I was in the villa next to Amaya, I would have had her back. I would have been like, not too much on my girl Amaya, Austin, because when you talk with a moan on your fucking voice. Like, you talk and you start moaning at the same time. So don't be coming for my girl Amaya, okay? Amaya Papaya was very liked on her season. I'm so happy she won. And the reason why she didn't make it to my top 10 was because on Beyond the Villa, I just didn't like the clickiness that she was having with the other girls. And, you know, not that I liked the other girls, but, you know, Iris was very annoying and Hannah was very annoying. Like, Amaya should have just done her own shit, or she should have just hung out with Clark or something, or with Andreina too. But the fact that she was associated with Hannah and Iris, like, I was just not a fan of it. So that's why she didn't make it to my top 10. And I think that's where she messed up. She messed up by going on Beyond the Villa, because had she not gone to Beyond the Villa, she probably would have been a lot of people's favorites till this day. Alright, so enough of the honorable mentions. Let's get started with my top 10 favorite Love Island girls. And on number 10, I have Kirsten from Love Island Season 2. When she had all the Islanders do the arm chug challenge, that was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I tried it myself. I really liked Love Island Season 2. It was during COVID, and, you know, we were bored in the house, bored in the house. And Love Island Season 2 was going on, and when Kirsten came in, like, I was like, who the heck is this girl? Like, she was so gorgeous. She came for Carrington, and, you know, she came in strong. She came in as a bombshell, and she was turning all the guys' heads. And the reason why I like her is because she was kind of cunty. Like, when Lauren came in, she was a very beautiful bombshell, by the way. When Lauren came in and she came for fucking Carrington, they were both interested in the same guy at the same time, basically. And I don't know, when she was like, I am so much better than fucking Lauren, I was like, yes, girl, like, feel yourself. And all that for Carrington to not really want to be with her. And I felt so bad because I did not like Carrington on Season 2. And I don't know, it kind of made me want to root for her. Had she chose herself and put herself first on that season, she probably would have ranked a little bit higher on my list. But you could tell that she was in the house, hopeful that Carrington will be like, you know what, I've done enough exploring. Let me go back to you, Kirsten, because you are the one for me. I feel like she was in the villa very hopeful that Carrington would get back with her. And, you know, I don't like that she was waiting on his ass. But on my number 9, I have Liv from Love Island Season 6. This one, a lot of you may not agree with me. A lot of you may be in between. A lot of you may agree with me. But I really liked her on her season. Like, I would love me a friend like that, you know? Because she just had everyone's back. Like, she would speak up for the girls. Because on this season of Love Island Season 6, we had a lot of fuckboys who were just pussy boys. And the way Liv would just interfere, even though it had nothing to do with her, the way she would just interfere and just call these guys out, it's especially fucking Aaron, I loved it. Like, I really like Liv. And I'm not a Kaylor fan, but the way she would ride for Kaylor, like, she was a good friend to Kaylor. And had Liv not been in this season, it would have been very, very different. Just like, I don't know, Love Island Season 6 had a lot of really, really good characters, and Liv is one of the ones that I feel like had a big impact on this season. This girl would say was on her mind, she was feisty, and she was a pretty girl, and she was there clocking shit, you know? For my number 8, I have Zeta from Love Island Season 4. Zeta from Love Island Season 4 won her season with Timmy, and something about her confidence, her energy, the way she carried herself made me like her a lot. When Bria came into that season with her brother as bombshells and she went for Timmy, I'm kind of with Zeta. Like, girl, I'm going to keep my distance from you because you're trying to get at the guy that I really like. And you are potentially going to be able to do that if he has a better connection with you, which I get it. I get it. That's the whole purpose of the show, to explore connections, to get to know all the Islanders. But if I was in the villa, I would have been like Zeta, like, girl, we are not going to rub shoulders together while we are both interested in the same guy. And then when Bria pulled Zeta to the side and she tried to kind of like ask her why she's not talking to her. I just was not feeling that. Like, girl, are you for real? And then I like how Zeta was very honest, and for Bria to kind of get upset and walk away and then call Zeta a hater, she was like, oh, well, you know, it was nice talking to you. You've always been a hater. Girl, bye. I hate people when they play victim. Like, girl, let's not act stupid. We know why why she's not talking to you. And the other girls are going to be a little bit overprotective over Zeta because they're friends. Like, girl, I don't know. I just don't like it when people act dumb. Like, girl, if you already know the answer to a question, why put yourself in that position? But I don't know. I love Zeta, and I was happy she won her season. And yeah. On my number 7, I have Queen Justine from Love Island Season 2. This is another winner. She won on her season with Caleb. And this girl, she's just a winner because she won Love Island Season 2. She won Love Island Games Season 1. And she deadass almost won Love Island Season 2. Had she not had that partner, she would have fucking won. Like, Justine is a winner. Like, she is gorgeous. I really liked her on Season 2. I loved her friendship with Selly. Like, her and Selly had a beautiful friendship. They were so funny, and I wanted to see Justine find a connection so bad. Like, I was rooting for the girl. When Rachel came in as a bombshell, and she went for Jeremiah, while Justine and Jeremiah were exploring a connection with each other, you know, Rachel came in, chose Jeremiah, and then sent the boy home, all right? And then when the roles were reversed and Justine had an interest on Caleb while Rachel and Caleb were exploring each other as well, like, Rachel was like, girl, like, I can't be your friend if we're gonna go for the same guy again. Like, it was just kind of like, damn, like, when the roles are reversed, you're not okay with it. But when it was the other way around, you were okay with it. Like, I don't know. I was Team Justine. I'm still Team Justine. She is so sweet. She is so beautiful. Like, I love Justine. She's my number 7. On my number 6, I have Imani from Love Island Season 5. So, Love Island Season 5, Imani came in as a bombshell, and she came in with great energy. Like, I really, really liked Imani on Love Island Season 5. Yeah, she wasn't really there for a long time, but then she came back for Love Island Love Games Season 1, and that's when I really, really liked her. Like, she was in there as one of the stronger girls, and she was paired up with Ray from Love Island Season 1. And her connection with Ray was very enjoyable to watch as a fan of the show. And I don't know, like, when fucking Lisa called Imani a two-face, and then when fucking Imani pulled her to the side to have, you know, an understanding on why she was called a two-face by Lisa, Imani handled that shit like an adult. She handled it very, very well. I really liked Imani on Love Island Games, and she was telling Ray, like, you have to choose yourself, you have to choose yourself, you're being too loyal. At the end of the day, this is a game. And when push came to shove, and the girls that were friends with Ray chose themselves over Ray, like, Imani was just real. Like, she was just real and honest, and I really, really liked her on Love Island Games Season 1. For my top 5, I have Kira from Love Island Season 1. Alright, so Kira came in as the 6th girl. When they first introduced and they did that first pairing, like, oh, I choose this guy, first initial attraction, whatever, she came in and she was introduced as the 6th Islander. She was the only Islander who was not in a couple. And all the girls were like, damn, she's pretty. And all the guys were like, damn, she is hot. Like, she came in and she was a very beautiful girl. Caro from Season 1 was trying to kind of haze Kira, and Kira was unfazed, and she was just like, girl, bye. The way Caro came for Kira in the makeup room, I was not here for that. Like, she was like, oh, you should have had a conversation with me, blah, blah, blah. No, girl, bye, shut up. I don't like Caro. Anyways, you know, I don't know these people personally, by the way, so I don't actually, you know, have any resentment towards them. I'm just, you know, talking as a fan of the show. But yeah, I think Kira handled the situation very, very well. And when she came back for Love Island Games Season 1, and she came in as an individual bombshell, she bombshelled the fuck out of the villa. Like, everybody was like, damn, who the fuck is this gorgeous ass stallion. Like, she was beautiful. Oh, and not to mention, that one time she had all the guys stressed the fuck out because Kira was also into girls. She was into guys and she was into girls. And when that girl Emily came in and she was like, "Oh, this is my type," and when she expressed interest on Emily, all the guys were like, "Damn, like, is she gonna choose Emily? Like, I'm interested in Emily." Like she had these guys stressed. Like, she is a baddie, and I was so into her as a viewer. And yeah, like, I started watching Love Island from Love Island season 1. Like, I remember it airing live, and it's not as interesting as, the later seasons, but it was pretty good. And then for my number 4, I have Destiny from Love Island season 5. Like, Destiny from Love Island season 5, she was kind of, I didn't know how to feel about her at the beginning, but then towards the end of the season, like mid-season, end of the season, I was team Destiny. Like, she had so much sass. Like, she was sassy. She had a little bit of attitude. She did not give a fuck. Like, I really like Destiny. Besides her being beautiful, like, she knew her worth. Like, she was a player, and she played the men the way the men were trying to play the girls, and like, she like, if a guy expressed interest in her and then they tried to explore another connection, when they would try to come talk to her, she'd be like, "Oh, no more, like, don't talk to me. You wanted to explore a connection, explore it with them, but don't explore it with me." Like, obviously she didn't say these quote by quote, but dude, I remember she was just like so sassy, and she would like ignore the guys. Like, that one time she ignored Mike in the fucking while they were getting ready. I was just like, yes, girl. I don't know. I liked her energy. She would say what's on her mind. And whenever guys tried to have a conversation with her, like that guy Zay, he was intimidated by her. Like, when her and Zay had a little conversation, and he was like, "Every time I try to tell you something, you get very offended or defensive." And then she goes, "I don't care, Zay." And she walks away, and she goes, "What the fuck is wrong with him?" I love that moment. Like, girl,
I don't care what you think, Zay. I don't care. What is wrong with him?
And on my number 3, I got Serena from Love Island season 6. Now, I know a lot of you might agree with me or not agree with me because she's probably your number 1. And honestly, these next 3 girls, like, I just really, really like them. Like, Serena, to me, in her season, she was the best looking one out of her season. I think Serena is beautiful. I like how laid back she is, but she is so honest, and she is very blunt. And I like that. I like a girl that's honest and very straight up with people. That moment when Liv and Leah and Rob were arguing, and then when she walked in there, she said, "And what we're not gonna do is team up on Leah." I lived for that moment. I loved it. Or even when she checked her friend Janae, when she had a conversation with Miguel, and at this point, Serena and Cordell, they were together, but they just, they were still open, and Serena had her guard up when it came to Cordell still, and she was trying to see if she could explore chemistry with Miguel. And when fucking Janae came in there with fucking eggs, and then fucking Serena says, "Not right now, Janae, not right now." Like, she didn't care. Like, she spoke her mind. She didn't bite her tongue. And of course, that time after fucking Casamore and fucking Cordell walks in there with fucking Dea, and fucking Serena's over there flicking him the fuck off with her tongue out, and she's just calling his shit out. That shit was fucking iconic. Serena is everything. I fucking love Serena. I think we all love Serena, and whoever doesn't like Serena, I hope you get pimples all over your face, because Serena is that girl. And also at the reunion, when Serena was laughing when fucking Kendall and Nicole were like arguing, and then fucking Ariana was like, "What's funny?" I fucking love Serena. Like, she would have been me, like, she was just so unserious and like laughing in the fucking most serious moments. Like, she probably felt like it was kind of uncomfortable, it was such a big topic and everyone was very emotional, and she was probably like, "Damn, like, this is really happening right now." Like, I love Serena. On my number 2, I have Leah. And again, my number 1, 2, and 3, they're kind of very even to me. But Leah, she was my preseason favorite for season 6, and she remained my favorite. I really liked where Leah's relationship could have gone with fucking Rob on season 6, but the moment I knew I was a ride or die for Leah was when she kind of whispered, "Fuck you," to fucking Rob, and he fucking tried to like have her say it louder with his little like hand in his ear, like speak up, and she said, "Fuck you." And you could tell she was kind of hesitant at first, but when she got that validation from Serena and Serena started laughing, Leah was like, "Yeah, I got my girl, and yeah, fuck you," like she gained confidence getting that little laugh from Serena. I love their friendship, and I fucking love Serena. The way she was like, "Oh, and now you're sending 3 home," like when she mimicked fucking Rob, and she was like, "And now you're sending 3 home, and yet you're still here with your fucking overalls, bitch." I fucking loved her. And then when she had that conversation with Rob about the whole Andrea thing and like, you know, exploring whatever, and then he started crying and she was, "I got the biggest fucking ick." Like, honestly, I am the same way too. Like, bitch, don't be crying in front of me, girl. Like, yeah. That shit was so fucking funny. I fucking loved Leah. And I liked how she had Serena's back too. Because when Cordell came back from Casa Amor, and then Serena was like, "Speak up, I can't hear you." And then you get fucking Leah in the back like, "Yeah, speak up, say it with your chest." Like, girl, I fucking love Leah. There is nothing Leah could do to make me not like her. Like, I love me some Leah. And the fact that she loves animals, I love animals too. Like, she likes her horses. Like, girl, yes. Like, she is just perfect to me. Like, and then for my number 1, I got my girl Cely. I fucking love Cely. She is, I don't know, I really, really, really liked her on her season. She is unapologetically herself. She is a very happy person. I love her laugh. She is talented. She can sing. Like, I really liked her on season 2, and I liked her on Love Island Games season 1. She was so unserious. Like, that one time fucking Lauren came into that fucking house and she chose Johnny and Connor to go on a fucking date with them, and then you get fucking Mackenzie over here stressing out, crying her ass out in the makeup room, and then you get fucking Cely. As soon as they fucking mention Johnny's name, she's over here laughing in the background. And then she goes into that fucking makeup room, and then she sees Mackenzie over here bawling her eyes. And she goes like, "Haha, girl, you really crying because they took our man to the fucking date?" Girl, like, she's just so unserious. Like, I love her confidence. Like, she is such... I love Cely. I didn't like the fact that Johnny did her dirty on Casa Amor. Like, he did the most with the girl Mercedes on Casa Amor. And then he was trying to make it seem like, oh, like he didn't do much, you know? I didn't like the way he was playing Cely. And in my opinion, I feel like they would have won had Johnny not done that shit to Cely. And the only reason why Cely and Johnny got number 2 was because of Cely, because people were rooting for Cely to win. And Johnny, bitch, like, and he became a villain on reality TV because of Cely. Like, no one really fucks with Johnny because they really like Cely. And yeah, like, I think people like Johnny now that he's become like more of a known villain, and we know he's gonna be good reality TV. But no, like, everybody was here for Cely because Cely was a solid ass girl, and the way Johnny did her dirty, no. And then on Love Island Games season 1, when all the Islanders came back that were eliminated and they came back to get their revenge, and they were all fucking going off on Cely. Like, I was like, I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was like, damn, everybody's really coming for my girl. I liked how later on, when everybody left, like, her and Justine were just laughing in the fucking makeup room, like, girl, why are you guys so mad? Damn. I don't know. I really like Cely. And again, like, Cely, Leah, and Serena, they're all basically on my number 1, but I had to choose an order, and that is just the order that I came up with. And yeah. So yeah, these are my top 10 favorite Love Island girls. On my number 10, I have Kirsten. On my number 9, I have Liv. On my number 8, I have Zeta. 7, Justine. 6, Imani. 5, Kira. 4, Destiny. My number 3, which is basically my number 1 because these are all equal to me. But on my number 3, I have Serena. 2, Leah. And 1, Cely. Comment down below if you agree with me or if you don't agree with me. And tell me who your personal top 10 favorites are. Who should have been on my list? Who should not have been on my list? Comment down below. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you next time.